What lessons can we learn from Warren Buffett's life and career that can help us achieve our own goals and aspirations? Well, let's get started. Buffett cares about time. He never wastes time. His old partner, Charlie Munger, marvels that Buffett is not as busy as you think. He spends 80% of his time at work reading and thinking. This is the reason for the most successful business record in history. He has a lot of time to think. Abraham Lincoln once said that if I were given 6 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend 4 hours sharpening my axe. Our lives are like Lincoln chopping down trees. Spend time thinking and planning to easily turn our lives around. A day of thinking and planning on Sunday will allow us to perform precise operations for the next week. Make our lives more efficient, because the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. To distract the attention and dissatisfaction of the poor, and to make them more accepting of their situation. The rich have introduced a great entertainment. It is fascinating and low cost, satisfying junk entertainment content such as short videos, TV shows and games, etc. The rich give the bottom a great idea, divert their attention, fill up all their free time. The rich have done it again. Buffett found that young people today are doing these 9 behaviors in a loop every day. That's why they don't have time to become inefficient. 1. Fits into an interacting group. To fit in is not a reliable value judgment. When you feel tired of interacting with a group, it means that you may not be the same kind of people. Not all groups you have to cater to. Coercive integration into a group is difficult to bring you any comfort and value. The purpose of gregariousness is to communicate and learn, to improve each other, or just for pure and true friendship. If you are not for these 2 things, just spend a lot of time afraid that others will say you are not gregarious and can't afford to joke. Those who know you are not happy and use gregariousness to coerce you, embarrassing you. Not a good person at all. Gregariousness is just to maximize your interests. If gregariousness is useless, then let it be alone. People who really achieve something, they will not get into an interacting group. Sometimes it's not someone else who kidnaps your will. It's you who kidnaps yourself with unrealistic expectations. Being gregarious is important, but what kind of group you want to be with is more important. Anyway, keep a clear head, have your own goals, and working hard for your goals is the priority. 2. 3 minutes of excitement. The main reason for 3 minutes of excitement is the flood of curiosity. Curiosity makes people enthusiastic about a new thing, and when you start doing it, then found out that it's not that simple. To avoid possible future failure again, give up everything in time to escape. This leads to everything falling halfway through. In the end, nothing is achieved. It's not just a waste of time. It is also an invisible wear and tear and internal friction for a person's self-confidence and energy. It is human nature to give up easily, but it can still be overcome. To change the 3-minute excitement. The secret is to do something at the beginning. First, develop the habit of doing it every day. In pursuit of the intensity and quality of doing this, how to do this every day. The method is very simple. Reduce the intensity and standard of doing this thing yourself. For example, fitness. When you first go to the gym, you can go to the gym for 15 minutes to half an hour every day. Let your body adapt first. Find fun in it slowly. Slowly develop your own new moments. When you feel that going to the gym for half an hour every day is already a simple thing, it won't consume your willpower. You can add up to 45 minutes or an hour. Rome wasn't built in a day. You see some people who work hard and persevere. They also start to be lazy. No one is born with great self-discipline and perseverance, which are accumulated little by little every day. 3. Planning too long. The 72-hour rule tells us when you decide to do one thing and you don't do it within 72 hours, then your chances of doing it are close to 0. They always like to wait for the so-called opportunity. Always want to be ready for everything in action. Want a perfect start. Today's work to push tomorrow. Tomorrow pushes the day after tomorrow, so we need to develop our own execution. Every time decisive, every action is to defeat the enemy who is delaying you. We can get out of the vicious cycle by controlling our emotions. Find out the reasons. Remove any obstacles. Do it right away, no matter what. Sometimes even facing the things you like. It's really hard to start. Many times, it's because we set unrealistic goals. And this can make you feel that the goal is difficult to achieve. This can lead to a delay. Setting realistic goals will make things positive, so that you can stay in the right work mood with the right strategy. You can be in control and happy to get the job done. 4. Miss the past. I love the saying that people who live in the past will miss the present forever. You keep regretting missing your past, and you are very anxious about your future. It means that you are not living very well now, or that you have a change of mindset from before. Views and practices of things are different. You can try to get back to the previous mindset. Some people always regret a certain choice in the past. I wish I had known this earlier. What would have happened if we hadn't done this? They can never look forward. Continuously remembering the past. Obsessed with something from the past. Criticizing myself over and over again in my mind. It's been a long time. The burden on my mind is getting bigger and bigger like a snowball. Don't think too much. You can go outdoors and do more activities to relax yourself, or go on a simple trip to distract yourself. You can start exercising or reading when you have free time. Take up some hobbies to fill the event. If a person becomes self-disciplined, make your life fulfilling and don't have time to think so much anymore. 5. Being in negative energy. Many people keep themselves in a terrible mood, resulting in not being willing to do anything. In fact, negative energy will only make us more distressed, but can't solve anything. Friends are very important at this time. We should get closer to people who give us positive energy. True friends encourage each other and are passionate about life. It's important to be with someone who makes you a better person, if you want to be responsible for your own life and friends. So the best thing to do is not to expect others to illuminate you. It's about bringing your light source within you can illuminate others at the same time. As Hawking said, if you have a disability, maybe it's not your fault, but there is no use complaining about society or hoping for mercy from others. One must have a positive attitude. Make the most of the current situation. Those who are close to vermilion are red. Those who are close to ink are black. The person who finally follows the butterfly, he will see fragrant flowers, and those who follow the housefly, they can only reach dirty ditches. 6. Life without goals. Life is like archery dreams are target, if no target. What's the point of drawing the bow every day? Have you ever been confused? The days passed day by day. No improvement in life and career, feel very stressed. Wasted lots of time. In fact, the reason why I have such an idea, it's because you have no goals. I once read a story like this. Beggars who are hungry and can't get enough to eat will only be jealous of those beggars who can get enough to eat, and will never be jealous of the superior emperor. The original meaning of this story is that everyone just wants to be slightly better than themselves, people of the same class. If you want to avoid living with people who are jealous of you, just try to distance yourself from those who are jealous of you. First, think about the life you want to live in the future. Then think about who you've seen achieve that life. Then you can imitate. Read the books he has read. Follow the path he took. Infinitely move closer to him through cognition and behavior. It's like learning to hunt from a tiger. Learn wisdom from the fox. Learn patience from the turtle. You don't have to learn from just one person in your life. The kind of person who only believes in one person can only be called being brainwashed. Follow different people at different stages to learn one of their most outstanding aspects, then use it repeatedly until you are proficient, form one's abilities. In this way, you will gradually integrate your core competitiveness. 7. Demanding perfection. When we pursue perfection more and more, we will also become increasingly harsh on ourselves. We'll magnify the shortcomings of others. Learn to look at yourself and the people around you calmly. A demanding perfection mentality will not make work a success. On the contrary, the efficiency of doing things becomes lower and lower. Perfectionism often represents an anxious emotion in humans, anxiety about shortcomings, discomfort with feelings of inadequacy. Perfectionism reaches a certain level of penetrating life, aspects of interpersonal relationships at work. It may be linked to a disease, obsessive-compulsive personality disorder. For this anxiety disorder, there is a treatment called exposure therapy. Exposure therapy itself is a relatively painful process. Even though I face the things I fear most and feel anxious about, when something goes wrong, you are allowing yourself to allow this mistake to exist. Remedy if you can. If not, try to ignore it. Don't let it affect all subsequent processes. Perfectionists must learn to accept mistakes. Establish realistic thinking. For example, setting more realistic goals and plans, and learn to adjust your behavior appropriately. Remember that done is better than perfect. 8. Like to multitask. Many people like to do many things at the same time. For example, when spending time with children. Also, try to read ebooks on your mobile phone, or turn on the speakerphone while talking to your family on the phone and do other things at the same time. However, the final result is often thinking of grabbing everything, but ended up catching nothing. Your family will feel that you are absent-minded and didn't do anything else well either. Too many goals not focused enough, often changing, trying to accomplish too many things at once. Doing things but being impetuous, resulting in the digging of 10 wells. But not a single well can produce water. Correctly break the habit of not focusing. First, find out the reason why you are not focused on doing things to improve concentration. Develop good habits. The so-called good habits can make a person successful. Bad habits can destroy a person. So cultivating good habits is the first step to focusing on how to do things. Break down the tasks to be done into small challenges to challenge yourself. See if you can finish it. We need to figure out our long-term goals, know what you want. In this way, you will unconsciously focus on doing things. 9. Complaining and blaming others. At workspace, we often see people like this. They are dissatisfied, picking on them about everything. There are many reasons to complain. The boss is too harsh, salary too low, unappreciated talent, the working environment is not good, etc. These reasons do not sound unreasonable. But when I think about it, it seems illogical. People are alive. Bad working environment. The boss is too arrogant. You can leave salary too low. Unappreciated talent. You can find someone who values you. Later found out. Often the more people complain, the harder it is to make changes. Complaining is imposing responsibility on others. For example, a child makes a mistake when parents want to punish. He would complain that his brother asked him to do it. And in the company, employees feel bad about their performance. They often complain that the company didn't give them a chance. Many failures are caused by complaints. Facing failure, we shirk responsibility. Never learn a lesson. Soon failure will come again. All problems are no complaints. Criticism and blame cannot solve the problem. They all require us to take action to think and comfort yourself. Solve it slowly. Finally, we've reached the conclusion of this video. A heartfelt thank you to all you incredible viewers who have stuck with us until now. Your thoughts and feedback hold immense value for us. They mean the world. We're eager to engage with you, so please share your thoughts by leaving a comment below. Let's kick off a conversation. If you enjoyed the content, show your appreciation with a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for more thrilling updates. Your support is the driving force behind our efforts, and we're looking forward to connecting with you even more. Thanks a million.